Welcome to the training, the case study blueprint. The purpose of this video is to talk you through how to do a very good case study. This is beyond a testimonial, and this is to really accelerate the know, like, and trust for your prospects so they become leads into clients, which is what we want. So I'm going to talk you through the structure. Now, let's kick off by saying, like, what's the goal of this? So the goal of the case study is to give you a structure. So it's a process of creating impactful case studies for your business. They are an incredible way to create marketing and be very targeted because they are beyond what testimonial would do, which is they tell more of a story. They showcase the transformation that your service gives. And here's why they matter. They build trust and credibility. So, by sharing detailed stories of your client's successes, you are providing proof that your methods, your framework, your systems, that they work, that they're valuable because people are able to take them and implement them to get a result. And that's what we want. We want to take somebody on a transformation from the A to the B. And the quicker we do that, the better. So we want to be making sure that it is valuable and it's more believable and relatable when we can create a story and when we can show that there is a beginning and an end. So we want to be able to demonstrate that. So you're demonstrating value here. So a well-crafted case study will highlight the specific challenges that the clients face, how your solution addresses those challenges, and they will be tangible results that they've achieved. So this helps potential clients to be able to look at your services and see it in a very relatable way and a way of, actually, is this going to be of value to me and where I am? What is my problem? And does this person have the solution to my problem and what I'm facing right now? So what we want to do with the stories is we want to be able to connect emotionally. We want to be able to have a script that emphasizes the emotional journey. And I'm going to demonstrate this later by sharing Luke's journey with you, that shows somebody on a deeper level. When people see this, the relationship building, they will see that the struggles that that person's facing are often very much what they're facing too. So they get more of a powerful connection. So you can see here, it's more than just sharing a testimonial of somebody had this amazing result with me, look at me. We want to be giving more depth than that. So you want to provide a clear framework. So by teaching someone a simple framework, what we're going to look at here is the frustration and the problem they've got and how we solve that. Like, what is the fix and therefore the future and the outcome that they have. So you're making it really easy for it to be very relatable to your audience and something that they think that they could easily replicate as well. They can then take what they've learned and apply it to their own journey, their own business. And this is what makes it really practical. So we want to be able to, from a case study, be able to generate leads, drive engagement. And we do this by offering a downloadable worksheet. And you see this, I'm sharing all of this with you right now. And it creates an opportunity for further engagement. It's a call to action that not only provides value, but it captures leads and encourages them to take action and engage and interact with your content. So what this does is it helps you as a business owner, as a leader of your business, to position yourself as the expert. So you're walking your audience through the process step by step. And this provides real examples. So it positions you as the authority in what you do. It shows that you're the person that they can trust, that knows what they're talking about, that's competent, that's confident, and that is able to go and to be able to help them achieve the result that they want. So I'm going to talk you through a simple but very effective framework for creating compelling case studies in your business. Trust me, this is seriously going to make your life easier and it will change the way you look at case studies. And it really, honestly, it beats testimonials hands down. I'm also going to share with you a live example so you can see this in action through one of my clients, Luke. This isn't just a typical case study, actually. This was more of an interview where we went through the whole experience he had in the 6 months of when we worked together. So it's more of a teaching session. I'm going to just break it down for you and show you one part, but it unpacks the process and it allows me to demonstrate what I mean by this. And you'll be able to see the magic right in front of you. And I'll also talk you through loads of actionable ways that you can do this. So you can actually go and do this immediately in your business. And I'm going to give you the chance to make sure that you download this worksheet, the case study blueprint. So if you're watching this on Facebook, you just need to comment blueprint. If you're catching us on YouTube, then there's going to be a link in the description. Or you can just also always reach out to me and just let me know what you found of interest, and I'll make sure that you've got everything that you need so you can get away and get this into action in your business. So sounds good. Let's get into it. So this is the worksheet. This is like the secret sauce. This is the way that you are going to create those incredible case studies. So I'm not just going to show you how to make this doable and really effective, but this is a really powerful tool that, like I said, it takes away from those basic testimonials and gets you right into it. So what we're looking at is really, I've got a drama background, so I'm going to talk in terms of theatre here. And it's like having 3 acts. So the first act here, we're talking around the symptoms. What we're unpacking here is really the frustrations, the problems that your client has. And when I mean symptoms, I mean that it's how it makes them feel. So this is where we really set the scene. We'll be able to talk with the client. We'll be able to be relatable, talk a bit about their background, and just get enough context here. Then we're going to deep dive into the problems that they're facing before working with you. But here's a trick. We need to go a bit deeper. It needs to be beyond just listing their problems. Like I said, it needs to be the symptom of that problem that they feel, because we want to emotionally connect with somebody when we're doing a case study. So we want to really be engaging with them to understand, if nothing changed and your life or your business stayed the same as how it was, how would that impact you? What would that mean? What would it feel like? What would, you'd be doing, you'd be saying, like all those things we really want to check in on. So this is where the realness can really kick in. And then we need to make it personable and really personal to that person of, if nothing changes, then what is the impact to you on a personal level? So there's a business aspect and there's a personal level, because this will really get someone really leaning in and start to see themselves within that. Like, what does it really mean when we look under the surface and the depth of this? So then the act 2 we're looking at is a solution. Like, what's the fix to their problem? Now we move on to this. This is where you showcase your framework, your systems, your structure. And this is where the difference is really made, because we would usually focus on maybe 3 key actions or frameworks that the client took away from working with us. And that's what we can demonstrate in a case study. So it could be anything from a specific call that they had. It could be any framework that they used. It could be a specific sales tactic that they've learned from you, that they've implemented, that's helped them get a result. Or it could be they've had a mindset shift. So we'll briefly outline these steps. So I'll know that when somebody works with me, I also, if they work one-to-one with me, I will give them access to my money mindset course. So there is the ability to bring in so many frameworks and systems that can help them, and methods that take them from the A to B sooner rather than later to get the result. And that's ultimately what we want. We want to take out that time sacrifice of people when it comes to getting results in their business. So we really need to dig deep on what matters, so that then when we go through the actions and the outcomes of what they've achieved, we then are into like the vision. This is the future part. Like, what are the lessons they've learned? What are the results? This is where we become really heavy hitting on the outcomes. The business results, if they've increased their revenue, have they got more qualified leads? Have they been able to get more time back to spend time with their family and their loved ones, to travel more, to be able to have the freedom lifestyle so that they can only work 4 days, not 5 days a week? What is it that they're really wanting? And again, we can really dig deep on the results this impact has had from a personal level. So maybe that they've noticed that other people have said to them how confident they now are when they speak on stage, and that they never would have done that before. So this is where the real gold is in the vision, because it really connects you with your audience and makes you and your case study really relatable. And it's really super powerful right here. So that's the blueprint that I'm going to be giving you. I'm going to take you on now to Luke's case study here, and it will demonstrate exactly again. I'm going to share one part of it, but this was an interview that he and I did, and it was me asking questions on what's worked really well, what have you learned, how that impacted you in life, how's it impacted you in business. And then it just also creates loads of ideas for me to get really clear on what works in my business and what's not working, and then be able to help more people on the things that work. So this is where it works really well.
My biggest takeaways, I've got 6 takeaways that's working with me. So number 1, being a better leader. And I think that firstly came from just the whole vetting process you had with me, learning about the business, knowing a bit more about me and who the team are. And that was through various ways that you implemented the DISC assessments, which was awesome. So getting the whole team to do the DISC assessments, looking at personality types, firstly looking at myself and what I'm like and how I like to operate, and then having even those one-to-one calls with the team. It's not just been of value to me, but also everyone else within the business, which has been super valuable. Just the resources that you've shared, the books that you send, you just touch on the right things that I've needed, like the Trust and Inspire book. That's probably one of my favorite books because
Right.
it was kind of like some elements of leadership you think they should be command and control. But when you read the book, you're like, wow, that being the trust and inspire leader, which is actually the way I prefer to lead, is much better. And the more autonomy I give to the team, there's just better delivery, better results that we've got from that. And it's a more enjoyable place to work rather than being in that kind of military operation where
So what I love about this is that I'm sharing here, Luke has talked about the journey that he's gone on, the difference this has made by having a mentor, by working with somebody, by being very strategic, very intentional. Luke joined me with wanting a team of about 8, and he wanted to grow his team to 15. He wanted a second gym portfolio, so a second gym, and he had one at the time. So there was lots of challenges. He had his vision, he had his values, he had his mission, all the foundations in the business, but he was still very much wrapped in with the doing in the business and not being the leader. So what I love about this is that we were able to have a conversation. It's very relatable. It's very raw. It's very honest. It's able to show the person the problem, the impact that had not just on himself, but on his team, and therefore the actions and results from that. So if you're using this with clients, you can get to go deeper on all of these areas that was shared, the lessons learned, the actions, and the advice for others. So if we see this into action, you can see here that this process, it really gets you to dive deeper into the symptoms of their frustrations and their problems. We talk around how he's implemented it and the actions that he's achieving and the journey that he's gone on. It's raw, it's real, and it's exactly what you need to see if you're somebody who is in a very similar place in terms of that belief that they can achieve those results too. There is no difference between somebody looking as a prospect to work with me and Luke, who's been through that experience. So this framework hopefully demonstrates exactly how you can take a case study, really build on it, not just throw out a testimonial of what somebody said, and build on it, because what you see here is a story unfolding, and stories connect us on another level. Hopefully you can apply this to your own business. And as I said, if you want to download this worksheet, all you need to do is send me a message with blueprint in it, and I'll send you the worksheets, or you just click the relevant link that is with this video and you can access that right now. And I'm excited. Share your case studies, get into this depth, ask for these from your clients, because people want to help, they want to share their story as well. And of course, if it's a business that's a service-based business, it works really well for them for marketing as well. So it's a great tool, works both ways, builds a relationship, and it shows you to be a very personable person, and business is all about relationships.